Hello, everybody, and welcome to Test Kitchen Live in December. My name is Brian Sonas. I am the senior chef at Pampered Chef with the culinary team. Really excited to have everybody here with me while I'm in the test kitchen in the home office. We have a lot of fun stuff to go over, a lot of great stuff to do, and I think you guys are going to be super excited. So with me, we also have Abby over here, but first she's going to go over and start talking about what we have going on, right?
Yeah. Hi, guys. I'm excited to be here today. I'm watching the chat, so make sure you're participating. There might be some surprises and treats along the way for those who are participating.
All right. So while we're waiting, how is everybody feeling about the holidays? Everybody here doing good? Hopefully everybody there is stress-free already. I know the holidays has a little bit of anxiety for some people. Definitely not in my family. That would never happen. But we just want to see how everybody's doing out there. Please put info in the chat. Let us know what you're excited about. Let us know what you're wanting to learn. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about. And we really want to make sure that you get confident in being in the kitchen, baking, because it really can be very simple and really easy to do. So also we have some consultants in the house tonight, one of which is going to come up and kind of show me the ropes a little bit in the kitchen and doing some baking and specifically some decoration. And then in the audience, we have some others just to help us kind of ring in the holiday season and do really, really fun stuff with us and kind of keep us on track. So we're going to get into it. So we have some brownies that we're going to make. We have some mini bundt cakes that we're going to decorate really uniquely with a lot of different flavor combinations. And then we're going to take things up and do a really quick pie. I know those can be very difficult for some people, very time consuming and kind of to the point where they don't really want to do it, but we're going to make sure that you know that it's very easy to do and very streamlined. So we're going to get into it, and we have some surprises along the way. Like Abby mentioned, we have some treats, we have some fun things. So everybody stick around and really we're excited about this. So the very first thing that we're going to do today are brownies. My kids are obsessed with brownies. I was actually prepping for this and I had a lot of requests to eat my product, but unfortunately I made them go to bed before I started cooking. I know that's very mean of me, but what we forget is, you know, the last minute gift ideas. Like when you forget something, you're like, oh my gosh, what do I want to make? What can I do? It's Christmas Eve. I need a gift for my teacher. I need a gift for my boss. Sorry, Sandy. We are looking at brownies to do something fun, something unique, something that everybody loves. And our brownie mix is amazing for that because it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free. If you use vegan eggs, you can have them be vegan. They're made without nuts and they're pretty healthy at 100 calories. So really great, especially to have on hand to make your kitchen a little bit more easy to make something on the fly when you need those gifts. So really easy. We're just going to mix it up. It's simply one bag of the brownie mix. Throw this away. Some melted butter because, you know, we all love butter, and especially at my house, the butter tins are a thing, and 2 eggs. And the thing I really love about this is it's so easy to bring together. And I'm going to give it a little mix with our holiday spreader here. It's going to spread some love. And I know Abby has a lot of love to be spreading around and some treats to be spreading around while I mix this guy up.
Yeah, so that holiday scraper is a perfect gift this time of year. It's one of our bundle products that's available in December through the 18th. So as you can see here, we have our holiday scraper, our mini serving spatula, our reusable small bag, and our caramel latte bread mix. And all of these come in a set of 3 for $25 in the US, 3 for $30 in Canada, now through the 18th. And it's a great little stocking stuffer. And those are just some of our great deals that are available in December. There's always even better deals for hosts. So if you're interested in even more, reach out to your consultant to see if you want to host a party this month.
Yeah. Lots of great stuff coming out there for consultants and for parties. While she was talking, I just finished. See how quickly that came together? I just stirred it up for very briefly. Now I have this really nice decadent brownie batter that is super fudgy when it cooks out. The thing I love about this is it is super versatile. One of the things that I love to do during the holiday season is throw in all of my kids' leftover chocolate candies, chop that up if there is any leftover, or if our friends' kids don't come over and eat all of our chocolate candy. Chop it up, put it in there so you have a nice decadent, fudgy, candy-laden brownie. It's really fantastic. And the brownie pan is great because it gives you all these even pieces, so there's no fighting over who's got the larger piece. It's really even cooking, and for those people who really like the edge pieces, each one of these is pretty much like an edge piece of the brownie. So it's really, really great. I'm going to put a couple of these on here because you know what? Why not? And when it bakes in, those are just going to kind of come out. You can do a lot of stuff with this, but magic of TV, we have a couple already done here for you. So these ones are just regular, some of what I like to call my monster ones, some peppermint ones, but we're also going to kind of zhuzh them up because, you know, they're very cool now, but, you know, it's really nice to kind of make things a little bit fun, a little bit more unique. So we have some sprinkles. We have, like I said, the crushed peppermint here, some little M&Ms, just to kind of make things a little bit more festive. So I'm just going to use the cake releaser just to kind of get one of these out. Spread out a little bit of that, and then pick your poison. Whatever you like to do. I like sprinkles, so I think with the frosting and the brownie itself, I don't need a whole lot. So I'm going to do that with a little bit of sprinkles here. You can find so many cool holiday sprinkles now. You can find these Christmas trees. You can find hollies with holly berries. Pretty much anything you name, you can find it. So we're going to do this one. It's going to do a little bit of a sprinkle, make it snow a little bit here. So we've got all of those great ones down. And then we also have some already made. So you can kind of see what all you can do and all the different types of things you can make with that. You know, you can spread a little bit of icing on there, make them look like little presents that would go underneath your tree. You have your full multitude of sprinkles. It's really fantastic. It's really great. I think what we have is just really amazing here.
They're loving the present ones, Brian.
The present ones?
So cute.
I mean, I tried. They're not my best performance, but I'll take it. So, with all that decorating, you need to, really focus on how can you make things great and how do you decorate your brownies? Like, how would you people at home decorate your brownies? Is there anything that you love, anything you hate? Are you one of those interesting people that puts fruity things on top of them? Hopefully not, but I don't judge. But speaking of the decoration side of things, we have a very special guest who is a consultant for Pampered Chef. She's great at baking and decorating. Yvonne, come on in and let's start doing some fun things.
Hi, Brian. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
No, you're welcome. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. We're really excited to be able to, showcase your love of baking and decorating. And let's kind of hear why you love to bake, why you like to decorate, and what really does it for you in the kitchen.
Well, I've always loved baking. It's a de-stressor for me. There's something about throwing a bunch of ingredients together, putting them in the oven and let the magic happen. Your house smells wonderful and it tastes wonderful. So,
yeah, there's a reason that they make all those candles that smell like a baking kitchen.
Yeah.
I think that is the best thing to know. Like, it's all about baking in the holiday season. Christmas is all about cookies, all about doing those fun things. So what we're going to do is make your kitchen at home and in here smell a lot better. So what we're going to start off with is a vanilla bundt cake in our mini bundt cake pan. So I already have some butter and sugar and eggs already kind of mixed up in here. I creamed it, of course, the butter and the sugar together, and then added the eggs and the milk and the seasonings and all that.
So, Brian, I'm curious, how long should one cream the butter and sugar together?
So it's going to take, depending on the temperature of the butter, you want to make sure it's nice and soft, but you want to go and mix it until it gets nice and fluffy looking. So it kind of turns from a yellow to a very pale yellow. And it almost will look like it's kind of been fluffed up with a fork. So it's really, really visual is kind of what you're looking for, and making sure that the sugar has really started to dissolve.
And
So
what about the temperature of the eggs and milk and stuff?
you want it at room temperature. So then, if it's at room temperature, it's not going to, shock the butter to go back to curly. Yeah, exactly. So we're just going to give this a quick mix after we put the flour in here, baking soda, some baking powder. And we're just going to give it a quick mix. It shouldn't take too long because all of the work has already been done to the butter and the milk and all that stuff. So now we're just trying to get it together, trying to make it come together into a batter so then we can portion them out. So while I'm doing that, the bundt pan is fantastic. And what is it that you really like about the bundt pan?
There's a couple of reasons I love this pan. The individual serving sizes is one of them, and it's a very elegant look to them with the flutes. It's so versatile as well. It's not only for cakes, you can use it for cornbread, Rice Krispie treats, or how about a meatloaf filled with your mashed potatoes in the middle with gravy drizzled over the top. It's very versatile.
Very versatile. There's so many different things. I know I would make the world's largest Rice Krispie treat, and my son would probably eat the entire pan because he does not stop when it comes to sweets.
No.
So we're going to portion this vanilla batter out nice and thick. But I do want to talk about the what is in it to give it that vanilla flavor, because I know you really like that vanilla flavor, and I know Pampered Chef has a really, really great one.
If you're going to go through the work of mixing up your own baked goods, you're going to want to use top of the line vanilla. This is a double strength Madagascar bourbon. So you only need to use half of what most recipes request, but it's going to elevate the flavor of whatever you put it in. If you have a baker on your gift list, they will really appreciate this bottle. They know the true value of it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, and plus I love it because it's bourbon, Madagascar vanilla. And I think that's going to be a running thing for me over the holidays, is because, we all need some libations to get through some things. No stress though. So I'm just going to finish scooping this out. I didn't measure things out very quickly or very well, so a little scant, but you just divide it equally between all of them.
About 2 scoops per.
Yeah, about 2 scoops.
And this was greased and floured.
Greased and
right?
floured, yes.
To make it come out easy.
Mhm.
There's a hack that's been around for years. If you don't have the spray grease and flour, you mix equal parts of liquid shortening, solid shortening, and flour.
Okay.
And then you can just brush that. It's called the magic cake release. And it keeps in your fridge up to 3 months. So
and it's extremely cheap. You don't have to go get that
cheap.
that
and
spray
it
at
works like
the
magic.
kitchen or at the store that costs like way too much. So you just want to give it a little shake. I would tap it down a little bit just to make sure that it sets. But this is going to be baked off, and then we're gonna finish it off. But the great thing about this is you can do a lot of different flavors. So I'm gonna bring this over and say we've done couple different types. We've done the vanilla one, we did red velvet, but also this fantastic dulce de leche cake, which I know you are obsessed with this one, right?
Oh, this is one of my favorites. It has a caramely, buttery, very tender bite to it. Super easy to do, and we're gonna
Much flavor.
Tons of flavor. We are going to add a nice complimentary glaze to it too.
Yeah, which has a secret ingredient that you know that I'm gonna love it because it's one of my favorite things. So speaking about variety, we saw the variety of the flavors. We want to try to make sure that we show some variety in the way you decorate. You can always do the same thing over and over again, but during the holidays especially, you see a lot of those bundt cakes out there that people give to their friends, and it's, you pay a lot of money, and it's like, okay, look at how this looks. You can do that at home, 100%.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're going to show. We've got a couple different glazes here. I have one glaze that's just some milk, powdered sugar, and some vanilla. And then you have yours, but I want you to talk a little bit about, glazes and other things that you maybe can do to keep things versatile, to make sure that you can kind of do some more unique things when you're decorating.
Yeah, you bet. So to keep it simple, a glaze is, like Brian maybe mentioned, is just some sugar, milk or water or an extract to give it flavor. You can make it as thin or as thick as you want. So it looks like just a glaze, or it can even look like frosting. And you can really highlight some flavors like this one. The flavoring is bourbon. Did you hear me?
I did.
Which goes wonderful on the dulce de leche because you kind of get that rum chata type thing going on. And it screams holiday.
It does. So I've just did that, and what I'm going to do, because I'm a novice, you're the pro here, I am going to just use some little sprinkles. You can do whatever you want. If you have crushed candies again, like we did for the last one with the brownies, you can crush up some candies, put it on top, get creative. There's so many things at the store that you can buy as well, little glazes that give you a nice little bit of a color balance, little red, little green. Be creative, find little Santa hats, little elf, whatever sounds fun, whatever is good, and whatever you just really want to do.
I'm keeping this one super simple with just some holly berries and leaves and calling it good because
Yeah.
all the magic is in the flavor.
Exactly. So
Want to do
also,
buttercream?
yeah, let's talk buttercream.
So buttercream is, remember the glaze instead of, you got your sugar, you got your liquid, you've got your flavoring, and now we're going to throw in some butter to get us a very rich.
It's the
creamy-
holidays. You have to have butter
Yeah.
in virtually every dish, which we're making sure we do today.
And it gives it more structure. So I'm going to show you an amazing tool. It's going to turn you into a pro. This is the secret weapon. It's called the Easy Accent Decorator, and it's all in the name. It's easy because it works just with the use of your thumb, and it can accent and decorate just about anything sweet or savory. So
Yeah.
you're going to go for the,
I'm gonna go for a Santa hat because it's easy, because
Okay.
I'm the easy accent decorator of decoration. So I'm going to do what I can. You're going to make a wreath. See,
for the wreath.
I'm not the most steady hand, but this does make it extremely easy.
So it's not only for decorating up your cakes and your muffins, but it can also work for, let's put some whipped cream in here and put it on your pancakes. Or let's go savory. Let's put some sour cream in here and you can add it to your taco bar, your baked potato bar. How about some deviled egg filling to make it look really super professional? And let's see, what am I missing? How about a shepherd's pie? You wanna
Shepherd's
make-
pie, 100%. Get some potatoes in there, maybe put a little bit on the top, a little bit directly into my mouth. You know, exactly what the holiday is all
That
about.
works
Gluttony.
too.
So as you can see, my it's my Santa hat
It
is.
looks like Mad Santa.
It
doesn't
looks like
Bad-
it looks like
Bad
something.
Santa.
It looks like it's a very small hat. It's almost like a yarmulke. It's great. It's like a Santa yarmulke. And yours looks absolutely fantastic. I love the color. I love the tips on it. I know there's a lot of different tips that you can use, and I think this
There
is a great,
is,
great
and I just
tool.
do want to point out the one, there's a variety of tips here. And this is my favorite, to inject some puddings or custards into my cupcakes. But yeah, I don't know, have you had your flu shot this season?
Yeah. So one right here, and then you can just do the rest of it right in my
Right in
mouth.
your mouth? Okay.
Yeah. And then Wilford Brimley style, I'll have a little bit of diabetes. So, so here we have some ones that we did earlier. Some wreaths, sprinkles, the hat. There's so many different things you can do with this, whether it be icing, whether you do ganaches, glazes. There's so many things you can do. And one of the cool things that I really, really like about these is they're super versatile. You don't always just have to put them on your table and serve them. I'm going to sit this last one right in the
Closest
middle.
to you.
Closest to me, because I'll probably take a bite sometime in the middle. Set it over here. Real clean up. You know, baking can sometimes be messy. Messy doesn't necessarily mean it's difficult. But the thing that we want to show is that with all this stuff, you don't have to just put it on your table and serve. You can also do some fun little packages. You can tie things up. You can, you know, get the little cellophane, tie a ribbon around it. If you have a teacher who didn't get her present, if you have a mailman who you forgot to get something for, there's an option of doing that and tying on those little scoops I think that's a really great
It adds
idea
a
because
nice little extra, or, there's your vet tech, there's your hairdresser, there's all those people you want to show a little love to towards the holidays. They'll really appreciate this. And you can even build on these gifts. You can add a brownie mix, or you can add the Dulce de leche. You can even, if you're really nice, you can add some
these are gifts
vanilla.
that everybody's gonna want.
Absolutely.
Everybody. So there's a lot of treats that we've already made. And I know that there's some treats that Abby has to talk to.
I did promise some treats.
You
didn't
did?
Yeah.
I
think
promised
did.
treats too, but
So I
you're
thought,
promising more. Yeah.
looking at all these great cakes, I thought maybe some of our audience members might like some of our baking mixes. What do you think? So some of our consultants that are here in the audience are going to help me today. We're going to pick out some names and see who gets to have a baking mix.
All right. First one.
Reen Steltari. This one. Christy Sealer. Anne Marie McSween. And Sharon Brunson. So Sharon Brunson, Anne Marie McSween, Christy Sealer, and Reen Steltari. Please put your email address in the Q&A section of Zoom, and we will hook you guys up with a baking mix.
All right.
Thank you, lady.
Oh, good job.
And I think Yvonne's coming over with a treat for you, so you guys can enjoy those back in your seats. A little taste test.
Oh, a little treat for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect.
Welcome.
All right. Super excited. I'm glad some people got some treats. I know I could definitely use a treat right now. Seeing all of this food in front of me, all I want to do is start munching. I got to keep my figure right now. It's holidays. But last but not least, we're going to talk pie. And one of my favorites, the pecan pie. I know my mother brought one for the holidays, for Thanksgiving. This is my chance to kind of not show her up, but give some homage to that because she dominates the pecan pie game. So without further ado, I'm going to bring out my second guest, Sandy, and she's going to come out and help me out in making some pies because this is what we do. We cook.
By the way, great job, Brian. Give
Thank
some
you.
love to Brian. This is so fun. We love
Give Brian some
and
love.
to Yvonne too. Brian and Yvonne and everybody. This is so fun. I'm
Yeah.
like, takes me a while to get in the holiday spirit.
Not
I
me.
think I'm getting there.
I'm always in
you're-
holiday spirit.
You're in it. Okay.
We're already completely done with our decorating. So
We haven't even started, you guys. Okay, tonight's the night.
tonight's the night. Yeah, you're going to go home and start decorating, right?
Yeah, all right. So let's talk pecan pie. I know, Brian, a lot of people are intimidated by pie crust or homemade pie, but I want you to break it down for us.
Yeah.
I call you the pie guy, and I want to know what are some key tips people have to know to get a good pie crust.
Bry guy, the pie guy.
Right,
Yes.
that's good.
So with me, or for me, the crust is all about just being simplistic and really not overthinking it. So you don't want to overwork it. You want to make sure all of your ingredients are cold. The water that you use is got to be cold. The butter should be cold. Really, you can even put everything in the fridge just to let it get a little bit chilled because you want that butter to stay nice and cold, create these little layers, which really makes your crust very flaky. And tender.
Got
So you want to work quickly and just make sure that you don't stress out over it. It's just pie crust. So the best thing you can do is just work quickly, make it happen. So we have some fantastic homemade pie
This
crust
is our
here.
scratch pie crust,
Scratch
right?
pie crust. You
Yeah,
can
we
actually
love this
see
one.
the little knobs of butter in there.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna give it a quick roll out with the tapered rolling pin. One of my personal favorite because I love tapered rolling pins. No matter what, I have both type. I
Mhm.
always seem to grab the taper one because I feel like I always have more control. I
Mhm.
can do everything that I need to do. The
And
other
it's
ones,
so cute because you could measure your.
you
like
can
a-
measure if you're looking for thickness, especially for like biscuits.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, okay, I need a 1-inch biscuit, so then it puffs up nicely. You can do that.
And you can hang
um,
it up in your kitchen.
You can hang
too.
it up. It's-
Display all your pampered chip goodies.
Yeah, and it's really good when the kids get out of hand.
Give me that right now.
So yeah, we're just gonna roll it out and then
Oh, I like how
Yeah.
you transfer it. I like your little transfer
I transfer.
trick.
Really give
So
it a-
that pie crust has been chilling in the fridge. You said you made it, chilled it in the fridge for about how long?
about at least an hour.
Okay.
So at least an hour you want to do that. I try to make sure I brush off some of that flour on there because when it cooks off, it'll get a little bit gritty.
And then
And
of
then-
course, our beautiful stone pie plate.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
a
gonna
newer-
just go right over here and he'll follow me. But we're just gonna kind of unroll it. And there. Voila. And if it doesn't
Ready.
fit perfectly, you
fix
just
it.
move it around. Like
It's just pie
again,
crust, right?
it's
Brian?
just pie.
It's just pie.
It's just
Did
pie.
anything you
It's just
remember?
pie. You're not gonna die.
It's just pie. All right, so while you do that, I have my filling for the pecan pie that I had to do backstage a little bit because I had to microwave it, but it's just butter, brown sugar, and corn syrup. And then I'm gonna add my eggs and I'm gonna add my double strength vanilla, which again, this is one of my faves too over the holidays. Like, I feel like it's my little secret weapon because I'm not a super duper baker, but it makes everything taste good.
I'm not a super duper baker either. I enjoy baking. I'm starting to learn how to like it more. But
Yeah, like Yvonne said, it is kind of nice to just zone out. And
it's nice to zone out. A lot of people think it's like therapeutic to
right.
take the time. It can be a little bit, challenging because there's a lot of math. There's a lot of you can't
I
just
like that.
you can't
I
just
like that
do
part.
your thing like I do in the kitchen when I'm
Yeah.
a chef. It's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then nothing works. And then your pie doesn't taste right.
So I think with cooking is like when I cook every night, it's you got to get food on the table, right?
Yeah.
You're like feeding mouths, whereas baking, it's a little more relaxing.
Yeah.
So Brian, I did a little homework before this about corn syrup
Mhm.
because corn syrup is like a pretty integral ingredient in like every pecan pie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, what gives? Why corn syrup? I'm sure a lot of our guests watching probably know this, but what I found, it's 3 reasons. It's really for texture,
Mhm.
for sweetness, and then it prevents the sugar from crystallizing.
Oh, so you get a really nice, smooth, almost like
Smooth texture.
really nice custard kind of taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found that like it's not really easy to substitute. Like you need your corn syrup.
Yeah. See, sometimes corn syrup works.
It works. All right.
Most of the time, no, but here it does.
And then I'm gonna add my vanilla, which is just half
Yeah.
a teaspoon
Yep.
or a teaspoon of regular, but it's half as much.
As much, give it a little bit more of a whisk. And then we're
Oh, my pecans. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
have pecan pie
Yeah.
without pecans.
you can finish whisking that.
Okay,
I
you
can
can put
start
those.
it up.
Okay.
So you can put them all on the bottom. You can put them all on the top. We just have some crushed halves. That's gonna be really nice. So once that's all whisked up, you're
I
just
like
gonna
the rustic look of
Yeah.
them. I know you could put
You
the whole
can-
ones.
you can do like individually place each specific one in a perfect line, concentric circle. But here, we're just gonna eat.
Yeah.
So
Again, it's just gonna
yeah,
work
so I'm
out
just gonna put half of them down the bottom. Sandy's going to pour on top. And then I'm gonna top with the rest of it. You wanna make sure that they kind of at least get a little bit of a dunk in there. Once I top it off.
Brian, you gave a good tip earlier about if it looks like your filling is a little scant, that's okay because
Yeah.
the crust
A
will.
lot of times your crust is going to shrink down a little bit. So
Nice.
because of when it starts to cook, it's going to fall down a little bit. So it's gonna go right to where the crust is.
All
And
right.
actually, if we take this away, we're gonna bake it for about 45 to 50 minutes. Don't put it in the microwave. This is not a microwave pie, Sandy. But she's gonna put that away. And then the magic of television, it comes back beautiful. My mom would be proud. I hope, Mom, if you're watching.
I think it needs.
stone, right? It makes the bottom
Oh,
super
yeah.
crispy. Do you think we could show that off?
Oh yeah, we're gonna cut
Yeah,
into
we're
it.
gonna,
but
we're
we
gonna
got-
cut into
We're
it.
gonna make our whipped cream.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
have pie
God.
without
I'm getting
whipped cream.
ahead. I'm getting ahead.
Gonna make our whipped cream. We
So,
did
yeah.
talk about this beautiful stone pie plate, right? It is dishwasher safe, you guys, with this beautiful satin white finish.
It's white. It's got the nice kind of gray interior. It's new to the line. It's really, really fantastic. So we have some whipped cream.
This is heavy cream and powdered sugar.
There's powdered sugar in there. And then you just need to put the maple syrup because we want to do something a little bit unique.
Yeah, so this is maple extract. A little surprising fact about me is I love making whipped cream in the whipped cream maker. When we first came out with this, we hosted Thanksgiving and I made like 4 different whipped cream. My family by the end of it was like, all right, we get it. Enough with the whipped cream. But it's so delicious and fresh and you'll see how fast it takes me to whip it up.
So you can see that came out really nice. I think my mother would be proud of me.
she's watching.
She better be watching. I sent her the link.
Yeah, she better give you a
I went
shout
out of
out.
my way to send her a link, so she better be out there. Mom, put in the chat if you're out there, if you know how to put something in the chat. I'm sorry to throw you
Come
under the
on,
bus,
Mrs.
Mom.
Stillness, you got this.
You got this, just like all those videos.
Your mom said to come get the boxes out of her basement.
She doesn't have a basement. Game, set, match.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, Sandy's got that going. We're gonna have a little paper towel. Almost done, and then we're gonna top these guys because holidays. We need to start passing out some
We
toys.
do. This is so exciting. Guys, look at this.
Look at that.
There's a reason why I get so excited about homemade whipped cream.
That-
How is
and it's
it?
not just regular whipped cream, it's maple
Maple whipped
flavored.
cream. And guess what? So in our whipped cream maker, it's not just a one-trick pony. You can make a really super fluffy whisked egg. You put your eggs in here and fluff it up. They get super, super fluffy.
And then you can also make butter too. If you take
And you
this,
can make butter.
if you keep going, well, if you didn't have sugar,
Right.
the
You just
maple,
keep going.
keep going.
And make butter.
then you have homemade butter. So
Oh my gosh.
yes.
This
I
has been
am-
too much fun.
Yeah, this has been great. Look at all the stuff that we've made. We've made some amazing pecan pie. We've made some mini bunts that we decorated. This guy looks like he went to Mardi Gras and is feeling a little bad. But it's still the holiday season, so everybody's gonna be feeling that way. Put in the chat what everybody's favorite tip was. Was there a favorite product that you had? And do you want to get it by Christmas? Abby, what do they need to do if they want to get any of that stuff by Christmas?
Yeah, so in the US, if you want to get your products by December 25th, you should put your orders in by December 18th. And in Canada, depending on your province, you should put your orders in between the 14th and the 21st. So reach out to your consultant for details. And tomorrow is December 7th, and it's our Meet Pampered Chef webinar. So if there was anything tonight that maybe inspired you, that you think you might want to put on the Pampered Chef apron and share some mealtime tips and tricks with some people, gather them around, have some fun, and make some incremental income, especially this time of year, you can join that webinar, reach out to your consultant for details, and learn more about the company. So that's
it?
One more thing.
One more thing.
30 extra days in December for new consultants. So it's a great time to join the business. Right now in December, you'll get 30 extra days to earn our rewards, including the multi-cooker, and 30 extra days to earn our next upcoming incentive trip.
That's
I
amazing.
don't know how I forgot that.
Yeah, you can't
You
forget
did
that.
it. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Right. And also, the next Test Kitchen Live is going to be January 10th. Put it on your calendars. It's going to be quick comfort foods with none other than her.
Me. Join us. Yes, January 10th, 7 p.m. I love taking good comfort food and just like making it a little bit better.
That's
for you.
what we love to do.
That's what we love. This
Yeah.
is what I love to do. So please join us. Reach out to your consultant on how you can be a part of that fun. I want to say thank you to Brian. Thanks for letting me crash your party. Thanks for
This
doing.
was not my part. It's everybody's part.
Thanks for doing. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for letting us crash your party. Thanks for doing such a great job. And we want to also thank all of our customers, all of our consultants, all of our coworkers, especially at this time of year. We're super thankful for all of you. We have so much fun trying to
Yes.
make cooking and mealtime
Yeah.
easier for all of you.
This couldn't be done without everybody that's in this room right now. So we want to invite the consultants, the crew, everybody to come up here and cheers us to really start to celebrate the holiday season. So
Yes, and
Coming
as
up,
they gather,
this one must not be mine. 'cause it's not filled up.
one more housekeeping. We want to continue
Oh, I
to
got
make
you.
Test Kitchen Live so fun for you. So please take the survey that will come up and you might get another, surprise treat.
Yes, thank you all so much. Happy holidays. Have a fantastic time.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.